This week on 2K TV, the first interactive special of the season. All episode long, answer questions about past episodes and more for VC and second chances at 2K TV gear. So let's get started. I've got some big news. 2K TV is on Instagram. If you haven't already, check us out and follow for even more exclusives and giveaways. We're at NBA 2K_2K TV.
What's up, everybody? I'm Robbie. It's time for the My Team 2K TV Interactive. Klay Thompson earned a Diamond Moments card for hitting how many threes in a game? Was it 6, 8, 13, or 14? How much money is at stake for the grand prize of the My Team Unlimited tournament? Is it $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, or $250,000? Over 16 weeks, how many NBA 2K players will qualify for the My Team Unlimited tournament? Is it 16, 32, 64, or 128?
Now let's see if you've been watching 2K TV. Which special guest commentator was featured on 2K TV this season? Is it Kobe, KG, Bill Simmons, or David Aldridge?
I've always been a massive Laker fan, even when I was a kid.
Thank you for having me, man. It's always a pleasure to see you.
It's part of getting into that character.
I was there for every step of the video game revolution.
What did we capture with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at MoCap? Is it his Mycareer scenes, his skyhook, coaching gestures, or national anthem?
Action.
Listen up. I need your attention for 1 minute. I got a very special guest here with me. You in my house. What? Hey, come on in.
Cover athlete Giannis Antetokounmpo joined us in New York City, and where else? Is it in Milwaukee, Los Angeles, Greece, or at 2K MoCap?
Our first ever international cover athlete.
I didn't know that. So when I found out, I was really excited.
Which 2K TV guest has scored the most points in the NBA? Is it Shaquille O'Neal, Steph Curry, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, or Kristaps Porzingis?
The head cam gets all our facial expressions.
2K made it so realistic and everything that, you feel like you're in the game.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now listen, Kareem is going to be working with the team.
Which NBA rookie featured on 2K TV started this season with the highest overall rating? Is it Trae Young, DeAndre Ayton, Colin Sexton, or Bruce Brown?
To be able to have my first MoCap session was great.
I don't tell people my goals, honestly.
Did you get hit in the eye?
I did, twice.
My face better be in a screaming.
You need to get your celebrations. You need to get into MoCap.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're wrapping up the NBA regular season in style here on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. And it's amazing. Final game of the regular season upon us. Some teams have nothing to gain by playing their starters. But, Shaq, you can't rest guys the way you used to.
Yeah, you can. The way the league sees it, unless the guy's injured, he should play. Ticket prices are high. It protects the fan. And, again, if you get hurt, just call me. Man up. I got that icy hot for you.
Oh, no question. But you can also manage the minutes, though. You can really do it. Guys just play a certain amount and not really overdo it. Just be smart about it. Popovich is great at that.
It hurts right here. Do you have some icy hot?
Actually, I have some right here, Ernie.
How can it be icy and hot at the same time?
I don't know, but it is.
I can't tell you the formula.
It's pretty amazing.
That's amazing.
Man up.
Yeah. Here's Kevin Harlan.
It's like wet and dry.
You man up too, Kevin.
You're wet and dry at the same time.
I got him.
Good luck, Marcus.
Please. Enjoy your first and last game in the league, chump.
And both these teams, Grant, love to push the ball, push the pace. What are some things that all great fast break teams have in common?
The biggest thing, Kevin, is that you have committed runners on the wing. Point guards, their vision. The floor, their peripheral vision, they're always looking for guys. If they have guys committed to, once the ball is rebounded by their team, that their first two steps are hard and they're filling the lanes, then excitement and opportunities for highlights are coming.
Running with a purpose.
Running with a purpose, running ahead of the ball, and then attacking the rim with great consistency. Having great runners helps the fast break game.
Good point. And the starting group for the Spurs. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Green is out there with Young, and it's Anderson in at the three. Good on the three-point shot.
This is how much Young believes in his game. Fantastic at shooting when he feels like he's in a rhythm.
Young with the steal. And now Young running the floor all by himself. This is his first free throw of the game.
And they lost that last game, by a slim margin, and you can't help but think that if he had a better night at the stripe, the result could have been different.
Well, the Spurs organization has done an incredible job for so long, and Pop's consistency, along with his relationship with R.C. Buford, the way that they've scoured the globe to go out and find talent, they've both done this at the highest level and are trying to be emulated by most every other team in the league.
Here's AI. He's off on that one. Good D by Gasol. Outside, Green. Pass to Gasol. Kicks it to Anderson. Young with no one around. And it's off from three-point range. And what's really amazing about Popovich, how well he does each aspect of each job.
Well, he's a terrific talent evaluator. He trusts the opinions of the guys who have gone out and done the scouting and the type of player and the type of character that they're going to bring in. It's a full collaborative effort. And then once they're in the fold for San Antonio, they do such a great job of developing players to fit their very intricate X's and O's schemes.
Randall with the bucket.
Yeah, that's a great pass there. It takes great eyes and peripheral vision, but also some instinct and AI reading the floor that time.
Down low. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Young. Aldridge has got his first 2 points of the night.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
AI outside. Poked away. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Clock at 6. Puts one up from 19. Unable to get that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you hate losing a game that you control for 3 quarters, but that fourth was just really an abomination in terms of how they played, and unfortunately, they took it out.
Now, here's Green, following the miss by AI. Anderson's shot is off. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Greg Popovich.
Well, Kevin, when I asked him about the defensive game plan, he said they have to clog up the middle and deny clean looks at the basket. If they can do that, he thinks they'll have the upper hand. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David.
I mean, the confidence coming into play here. Harris knows he's got what it takes to knock down that three ball.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for Kyle Anderson. Ano Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And Murray subbed in for Young.
And if you're the D, you can't let Ball have that kind of room to shoot the basketball, especially from the mid-range area where he is proven to be so efficient.
Now here's Murray. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Aldridge down low. He's against Kuzma. Got a piece of it.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Hart kicks to Thomas. To Hart. Releases. They get it again. Zubats. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
And there's the pass to Laverne. Outside Thomas. Finished off the break.
Oh, great ball movement there.
32 seconds left in the first quarter. Murray kicks to Laverne. Ginobili against Ball. Burn up top. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gay. And the shot is long.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you right after this. The NBA game drawing fans from every culture. And Pau Gasol definitely feeling the love from the Spanish and Latino community.
I always notice the fans that support us and make us feel, pretty much since I got to the NBA, all the Latino fans showed a lot of love and support towards me, so I appreciate it.
The game going global, and no better ambassador than Pau Gasol.
And as the players grow more international, fans from every country and continent, for that matter, finding more and more reason to root for the NBA.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
They've got Ivica Zubac staying out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Brent, you played in 88 playoff games. What advice would you give to a player approaching his first playoff game?
Wow, that's a great question. That happened, I believe, my second year in Los Angeles, way back in 97, 98 season. And you're really excited about it. But the intensity of that playoff game, Kevin, it takes on a whole nother level. So the best idea is just to keep it simple. And that's what I tried to do do your job, carry out your assignment, defend, and let the shots fall where they may. But that's pretty simple.
Speed, physicality, just focus. I'm sure all those things evident when you make that switch from the regular season to the playoffs.
No doubt about it. And you get it right away because of the way the preparation is for a playoff series. You dig so deep into the numbers and about the personnel and about your matchup. There's no way that you don't have information on the guy you're about to go up against. You just hope that whatever you do can supersede the impact that he's making against you.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
Brook Lopez is checked in for the Lakers. Gasol passes to Mills. Gay outside. The kick out to Young. That one's off, still out of sync. Lakers leading by 15. Here's AI, and it's good for 2. And with AI teaming up with Harris, it's actually a throwback to their collegiate days together.
And you know, Harris was the star of that team, but AI, he carried his own weight, no doubt about it, in that deep tournament run. I know they've had some issues in the past, but they must have put things behind them to team up together now here in the NBA.
Here's Mills following the basket by AI. Another shot. Lopez grabs the board.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable.
AI with the bucket.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. San Antonio calls timeout.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Ingram, he's checked in for Luol Deng. The Spurs also with the sub. Green, he's checked in for Patty Mills. Here's Young. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Los Angeles leading by 19 points. And Randall throws it down.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
The former Blue Devil, Brandon Ingram, was taken second overall back in 16, was deemed as untouchable by his front office as they rebuilt the roster. He's a big part of what the Lakers want to do over the next few years.
That one falls. And that's now 6 points for Marcus Young.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by the Lakers.
AI outside. The rebound by the Spurs. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Green finds Young. Shoots. Another miss by Young.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Passes it to Harris. Now AI. 6 on the shot clock. from deep three-point range. No good on that one. And the Spurs going the other way now. Pass to Young, 13 feet away. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Young's got 8.
You know, effective from the interior. Young is someone who looks to score once he's that close.
Harris dishes to Randall. Good on the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Young kicks to Gay. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, that's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. Not.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Thomas comes in for Harris. San Antonio also making some changes. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Aldridge comes in for Rudy Gay. And Murray's subbed in for Anderson. Right side, Thomas. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Marcus Young really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Young is out there with Green, and it's Anderson in at the small forward. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you. Traveling has been a concern for the NBA for a while. For a purist like you, do you like that?
Well, you got to get from city to city, Kevin.
I don't think that's the kind of traveling I'm talking about here. Yes. I only ask you pay attention. That's all. Kevin. It's a simple request.
Yeah, they're doing a better job. Some get away with it more than others. How's that?
What an answer. Thank you, Brent. San Antonio calls timeout.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and pointed in the right direction.
For the Lakers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Brook Lopez. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Brandon Ingram. And San Antonio also making a switch. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Danny Green. Now here's Ginobili. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Young with the ball. Working on AI. Gasol's shot is good.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Kuzma. AI with it. He's got 6. And the pass to Zubac. And good coming on the assist by AI. Zubac has got his second basket of the night.
Man, sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
Spurs trail by 18. Young from outside, and again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, easy to admire the confidence Young has. It's what allows him to score at will sometimes.
Harris passes to AI. And the layup's good off the glass. AI's got 4 points this quarter. You know, Greg, when you talk about AI, you have to mention that he was playing in China before getting a chance here in the NBA.
And just reading about his time in China, it seems like that whole experience was a harsh dose of reality for AI that never quite felt at home. And while he did improve his game, I know he is glad to be back in the States.
And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Finished off the break. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a two-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
And the Lakers with some changes. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Lonzo Ball comes in for AI. And Thomas subbed in for Harris. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for Kyle Anderson. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Young. And he gets the bucket. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
I don't think LaMarcus is quite as explosive as his younger years, but still has the athleticism to get up above the rim.
Outside Thomas. Here's Zubac, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now here's Murray. No points in the game yet for him. He kicks it to Aldridge. The Lakers with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Passes it to Ball. Now Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Left side Thomas. Zubac no good.
Wow. Just in shock that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Murray kicks to Mills. Gay outside.
Hey, LaMarcus.
Misses off the right iron. The shot. No good. And so it's Los Angeles, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Ingram. Brook Lopez is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Isaiah Thomas, and it's Ball in at the 2. That's the Laker 5. Lopez kicks to Ball. For 3, buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Lakers. Spurs trail by 20. Poked loose. Out to Ingram. Around the world, Brent, we've seen the NBA take a role in helping youngsters learn to play the game of basketball the right way.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA junior program expanding itself. Last year in Treviso, for the first time, the NBA doing a combine for EuroLeague players so they can start a database of the older professional, younger professional players playing overseas. It's a global game. Adam Silver is doing a remarkable job of promoting the game, and we're in a great place, Kevin.
And the Lakers with some changes. Randall's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. AI comes in for Ball. And Harris subbed in for Thomas. San Antonio also making some changes. Pau Gasol's checked in for Gay. Kyle Anderson comes in for Murray. Young is subbed in for Patty Mills. Lakers leading by 22. AI outside. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And up until very recently, AI was grinding away in the G League. And from what I hear, he made a lot of progress with his approach to the game and fine-tuning his skill set.
And more, Greg, there are players who just figure it out when they get in the G League. You wonder if AI is the next player to make a successful leap. Young. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Harris, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Marcus Young.
Takes pride in getting the defense to jump there. Harris is good at using the pump fake to his advantage.
First free throw is good. Brent, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple of years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA.
All right, everybody, huddle up. Hey, keep it tight. Don't let up on Marcus. You got that?
Yeah, we clear. I understand.
All right, man. Now, look, let's bring this W home. Bring it in.
Let's do it.
Ready? Great.
Some changes for the Lakers. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bryant, and it's Ingram in for Luol Deng. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for the Spurs. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Harris looking it over. Ginobili against Ingram. Lopez passes to AI. And the shot goes in. And we don't have to tell you folks about just how important this final game of the regular season is. To put it in plain terms, win and you're in.
And for the Lakers and Spurs fans, this is what it's all about. There's just so much history between these two franchises. And even though this is a regular season game, it's got an air of a Game 7 feel to it.
This is where you want the shots to come from, deep inside the paint and high percentage opportunities.
Harris kicks to AI. Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA. But as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA has fallen behind a little bit. Do you agree?
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where they were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14 having school and basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States. The change is coming.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first two games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
You always need role players to step up and help, and it was no different in this one, as everything seemed to be clicking for AI.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No doubt about it. Young is a special player. The real question is just how good of a teammate is he?
Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. Here's Ball. Now the dish to AI. To the wing on the left. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books.
Hey, Big Toonie! Hey, I didn't think I'd see you here.
I'm here as a fan, not as a scout. Thanks for the show.
Hey, man, so what you think? Am I running yet?
Hey, this is just the beginning, kid. But you're going to have a lot of teams to choose from this summer. I'll make sure of it. Welcome to the NBA.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just here to check out the new talent. This is the future of the game right here.
Hey, stop recording my face, bro. This is your boy right here. This is Star.
AI, you had a tremendous game tonight, and I'm sure there'll be many more to come. But let's start with your name first, AI. What does that stand for?
What's my name?
Yeah.